Alex Hansery here. It is December 8th in the year 2017. I still am very, very sick. And yeah, it actually looks like I have my webcam on, but very little light. Um, so maybe I can move this candle a little closer. Okay, heavy news. Take a look at the fires in Southern California. Just go ahead and go to Twitter. You can type in wildfires Southern California. You could see the maps. It was weird because I was just in Southern California and I want to have more experiences in California. And it obviously wasn't meant to be. Look at what's happening there. But wait, there's more. I told you already I had a hunch that, my own neighborhood could be facing a catastrophe. It may or may not happen. But it really comes down to the beetle kill or these trees that have been infected. Many, many dead trees. That's obviously a situation in California. They didn't get their fall rain. Here in Colorado, there's normally snow on the ground. And there are people that are, looking at their cell phones going, oh my God, there's no snow in the weather report for another, well, there's no snow in the weather report actually at the moment. There might be in some areas, but for the next week, there's no snow in the weather report. In the forecast, there's no snow in the forecast for Colorado. Meanwhile, there's snow in Texas. Now, I understand the mainstream conspiracy stuff. The government's run around setting fires. Is that really what's going on? I do think that there's geoengineering that's been going on for years. I was ironically filming some yesterday. But is that the only cause? But in the argument of man-made, yes, geoengineering influence on top of natural changes, natural climate change. Climate change is real. Do you know that? Climate change is real, Alex. What are you trying to say? Do you know that the sun affects temperatures on the planet? Oh, yeah, that climate change. Climate change is real, but it's not the climate change that people are looking at. Does that make sense? That should make sense. That should make total sense. It's like, what is affecting the climate? What is affecting these radical changes and cycles? How long have I been talking to you about the solar cycles? And we're going to a solar minimum with a weakening Earth's magnetic field. There's massive fire risk during these periods in which we have a thinning magnetic field, not to mention cancer rates go up. And I'm not immune either. As I look at these moles on my back, literally, and on the side of my head, and I wonder, just like some of you, about disposition to particular illnesses. But you know what? At the end of the day, whether it be a fire coming through here or cancer, there's only so much we can do. We got to be healthy in mind, body, and spirit, right? We got to change our diets and our thoughts to a certain degree, if need be. I have always told you to be compassionate. This is not a society of compassionate people. So in the end, it's interesting to see societies go down a certain road. It doesn't mean that it's always a punishment, but it does seem to be a coincidence sometimes as Rome burns, when Rome reaches a certain point or growth. Are there certain ways in which that we live, though, contributing to potentially greater disasters? Even the way that we manage the forests, man-made in other ways, including unintentional. See, there's intentional, and then there's unintentional, not even thinking about, you know. And the way that the forests are managed is obviously one of those areas. And what is causing the death of the trees? Again, we look at geoengineering. This has been around for a long, long time. Have they been killing the trees in North America for a long, long time with their geoengineering program? So I have to prepare for evacuation at some point in a state where, I don't know a whole lot of people. I got to be real careful with that one too. So, would I take the RV or would I just take the car? And what would I do? How about those cheap metal pieces, metal siding? There's some pieces at a property nearby that's abandoned. And I was thinking about one by one getting some of those metal pieces, just carrying them over by hand and setting them somewhere near the shed. So when that day comes, when that moment comes, and we can't put it past a lightning strike to occur in the winter and for a fire to also start then. This is not something that's strictly limited to the summer, but it definitely puts us at risk. Honestly, I mean, I just think that it's something that needs to be looked at. So that's what's on the menu. No snow in California, fires in Southern California, and pray for those in Southern California. I just came from Southern California. Send prayers to the people that I visited in San Diego, in that whole region there. Okay. And we have snow in Texas. We can't put it past the axis of the plant to be shifting as well. With these cycles, again, we're going to a soar minimum. When people talk about man-made, there's, again, intentional and unintentional. I don't think that human beings are running around deliberately starting fires. I think that something else is causing the fires. And it could be literally a mix of the geoengineering with changes going on with our sun, magnetic field, and potentially the axis of the Earth itself.